Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Lo Amy. On this channel, I post my original music, I post worship covers, I post lifestyle, faith, beauty, so many different things because I feel like I'm not just like one thing. I like a lot of things. I feel called to do different things. So that's what this channel is. I'm still figuring out what the niche of the YouTube channel per se, but yeah, if you follow me on Instagram, hi girl, it's me. So as you guys already know, we are quarantined basically all over the world. And the way that I feel right now, to be honest, today I feel, because if you follow me on Instagram or anywhere else, you know, I'm more vocal about like where I am in this experience, I guess. But on YouTube, I haven't really talked about it except, well, I have, but like towards the beginning of everything. And I think it's been like 49 days that we've been like under quarantine or staying at home. I think it flew by because the first 2 weeks we were like at grocery stores trying to stock up and at Target, you know, trying to find toilet paper like everybody else and just doing that. So I feel like within the hype of the moment, we lost track of time, and then, you know, we're on to, I don't even know what week it is at this point, but you know, it's just been interesting to see how everything changes as time goes by. To be honest, right now, the way that I feel, like today I kind of feel like I've adapted to this situation, but I don't want it to be my new normal, if that makes sense. Like, I really obviously don't want to live in a circumstance like this forever, but I have adapted. And I've learned a couple of things, and I figured I'll just talk about the things I've learned during this season as I do my makeup and just talk about different things. One of the things that I've learned, I think, is just like your joy is not based on people or things or seasons of your life. Like, you, through Christ, you can have joy in every circumstance. And I actually gave a Bible study a few days ago via Zoom. So if you're interested in like doing that kind of stuff, you guys can follow me on Instagram. I connect a lot more there. But I gave a Bible study and God really spoke to me, even though like obviously I was studying to share this like Bible study. God had to minister to me first, and he has really taught me in this season, just like Apostle Paul in the Bible, like, you know, joy comes from having Christ within you. Like, living in Christ brings so much joy, and it is possible for you to have joy even during quarantine, even during a season like this one. And I feel like it's easier said than done, like being like, oh yeah, like joyful in every season. And then we go through things that are really hard or just uncomfortable, frustrating, you know, kind of like interrupting all your plans. And then it's like, that really does check you. Like, do you really have the joy of the Lord in your life? Like, are you really satisfied and fulfilled within God and Christ and your faith? Or are you putting your joy and your happiness in all these fleeting things that come and go? Like, honestly, they all come and go. Another thing I feel like I've learned is to take it like one day at a time, because even the Bible talks about like not worrying about tomorrow or don't worry about anything, but instead pray about everything. I think I just take it day by day and ask, like, honestly ask myself, like, what are things that I have to get done today? And if there's nothing to do, then like, what are things you can learn today? What are things that there's like just new things in every day that can get done or can be experienced? Especially for me, like, this time has been really like a refresh with me and God and our relationship, because I used to say that, oh, like I don't have enough time, or like I don't know enough God, or I don't, like, I just would put all these excuses to draw closer to God. And I feel like the excuses have run out for me in my life, and it's almost like I'm facing the music in this season where it's like there's nowhere else to hide right now, Lo. Like, you gotta just figure out, are you gonna do it or are you not? Are you gonna like overcome these obstacles and these excuses, that's what they are, and like move forward in your life, grow in the Lord, grow in your purpose, pursue your dreams. Like, so this season has definitely been like every day that I wake up, like, it's a challenge, because I can see reality, but then I have to remember what's the truth. Like, what does God say about this? Or what is God doing in this? And asking God, like, God, can I see what you're doing? Reveal to me the plan behind this. Reveal to me, like, how you're going to turn this, like, evil situation into good. How are you going to turn this around? And just trusting that he will. Trusting in his character. Like, And that's why I mean, like, I think you gotta stop and be like, okay, this is my reality. Like, what I see in front of me is very real, but that's not the truth. Like, this is not always gonna be like this, and God is gonna turn it around, or something's gonna happen where, you know, God is gonna show up for his children. And every day, guys, it's a constant, like, it's a constant doing that, like going back and reminding yourself, like, this is not forever, this is temporary, like, God is in control. Because it isn't easy, guys. Like, I don't sit here and act like it's super easy. It's not always easy, but I think the having joy in every circumstance, and just being so joyful that I'm alive and I have Christ in my life and that I live in him, and taking it a day at a time, like, those things have been game changers for me. By the way, it's so funny because we're all kind of being forced into this fluffy brow trend, because nobody's going to the not the eye doctor, oh my gosh. Nobody's going to get their eyebrows done. So, like, my eyebrows, they look like bushy and big, but like, this is how thick they naturally are, guys. They're growing out so fast. And yeah, I can't even control it, but I'm not mad. I feel like it's a restart for my brows too, which is nice. Yeah, that works. I get so afraid because once you put a color down, you gotta work with it. I always rave about this. I'm still using the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. If you're dry like me, this is your, like, this is gonna be it. It's the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. It's amazing. I think this will be like a regular until if they ever discontinue it. I don't know. Like, I don't see why they would do that, but I feel like that's my biggest makeup fear, is when they discontinue the products that, like, work for you. It just sends you on a whole new quest. I've been trying to figure out, like, content ideas, like, even beauty ideas, like, I guess content that I want to film for you guys. But in this quarantine, like, I'm not trying to take it lightly and just be like, hey, I'm just gonna go to Target every day, or like, I want to work with what I got, obviously, but I want to film new makeup. And then buying online, I feel like just can be risky, because you just can't feel it, see it, match the shade. I need new foundation. Like, I want new foundation, new concealer. Even though I love the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, like, that's my holy grail concealer, I also think that I want to try new things, because, whoa, then I stay safe and I don't discover, like, really awesome products that are out there. And this is the Maybelline Fit Me foundation in the color Soft Tan. I feel like it matches me pretty well. I'm like a shade off or two, but, you know, it works. And I don't want to just throw it out. I hate that it hasn't even been, like, springtime outside. Here in New England, it's, like, cold every day still. I don't understand at all. We didn't have winter, and now we didn't have spring. It's like everything's been canceled. I think another major lesson is that, like, it's not all or nothing. A friend and / therapist of mine, she helped me understand that, like, I'm very all or nothing, and I've been that way since I was a kid, and I didn't even realize it until she, like, brought it to my attention. I'm the type where it's either all good or all bad. It can't be both. Like, I don't understand how that can happen, yet the world isn't black and white. Like, nothing in this world, in this life, is gonna be black and white. We're gonna be in a lot of gray areas and in-betweens. I would just say black and white is, like, who you serve. Like, that's biblical. Like, choosing who you're going to serve with your life. God makes that clear in the Bible about, like, lukewarmness and just being in the middle of our faith. I feel like, or, like, just the way that we, like, who we worship, like, we have to choose. But I feel like with everything else, life is so not cookie cutter, black and white, easy to figure out. And I feel like in my head, I felt like I'd be the first one to do that. Like, I was like, oh, I'm going to figure it out. Like, because the in-between makes me so uncomfortable, you guys. I'm a runner. Like, all my life, I've ran from the things that I know should have been my greatest lessons. I'm the type of person that I run. And thankfully, not anymore. I've really learned to face the music over the last year. And I'm really thankful for that lesson, because it has changed everything. I've grown so much faster in the last year and a half than I have my whole life, I feel. Because I'm not running anymore. I'm like just facing the music and anything that happens, like dealing with it and sitting with it, because I hated to sit with my feelings. I hated to feel the negative feelings. Like I did not like it. So I would numb myself with other things. And sometimes the habit wants to come back, but I have to remind myself how that is not helpful. The numbing, it just delays the healing process. And I don't want to be in the healing process longer than I need to. I just want to get it over with. Like, so it's been helpful to take even this experience head on and just be like, I don't feel good. Some days I feel frustrated. I wish I was on a plane somewhere. I wish I was with my family right now. I wish I could hug other people. Thankfully, I have my husband, but my heart breaks for people that live alone. You know what I mean? Because we all need like that affection. Like platonic or romantic, like affection is definitely just healthy. And like for people that's your love language and you live alone, like I am so sorry, because I know that can be very hard. I feel like my love language has changed. I feel like at one point, because my love language right now, like as of the last time I took the test, was what was it? It was quality time and gift giving. I love like when people think of me, or they're like, hey, like I got you this little something, I thought of you, or they know my taste enough to get me stuff. I feel like that's just so like loving for me. So if you don't know what the love languages are, there's 5 of them. And it's quality time, gift giving. So it's quality time, gift giving, physical touch, words of affirmation, and acts of service. So these are 5 love languages, and the book is by an author his name is Gary Chapman. His book has changed the way that I love and the way even my marriage flows and works. And he has some for like children, for teenagers, for husbands, for men, for everybody. So it's really good. And he's basically saying that everybody responds to different languages of love. Like the way that I love people will be different than people love to me, or in general, or the way that you respond, like what you crave for love, what makes you feel love is different for everyone. And so you take a test on the website of the book, and basically it'll tell you like after all your answers and based on like your answers, it'll tell you basically like what your score is and what is your love language. And I got gift giving and quality time, which made sense definitely. Even when I first got married, that's when I took it. Like I loved when Eddie would like pop by with like stuff or like a flower. Like that just meant so much to me, and him making the time for us and like planning dates, that meant so much. Now that I'm in like year 3 of marriage, which I believe they can change. You see how much hair I have above my brow? I actually have an Amazon haul coming. I'm waiting for the stuff to arrive because I'm going to take care of these bad boys. But yeah, what I was saying was I feel like my love language definitely has changed. I feel like if I took the test right now, it would probably be, honestly, my husband says they're everything. Like I literally I need everything. Oh my God. I feel like I love physical touch. I love when he just hugs me. Like I love to be cuddled now, like more than before. So I feel like physical touch and maybe words of affirmation right now, because I feel like that is making me feel really loved. Just like him telling me I'm doing a good job, or like I'm a good wife, or whatever it is, like just to build me up. That has been really helpful and encouraging in this season of my life. But I think they do change. Definitely. But see, like I feel like acts of service is right up there. So I'm gonna take the test, you guys, and I'm gonna let you guys know on Instagram what I score, because I know it's changing. By the way, this sponge is by e.l.f. It's the Miracle Complexion sponge, I believe. I highly recommend the way that it's shaped with the 2 little pointy tips. It's so nice to get in here. This is no more than $10. Like this sponge, it's really good. And it's by e.l.f. girl. The only thing, this has really high reviews. This is the e.l.f. 16-hour Camo Concealer. This thing is very popular right now in the drugstore makeup world. My only thing is that I feel like It creases. I don't know if it's in with combination to my Laura Mercier and this, or me stacking it on top of like another concealer. I really don't know. It does crease, so I'm still trying to figure out if it's like the sponge, but I love the shape of this thing. So for bronzer, I'm using the Butter Bronzer. This stuff smells like Six Flags and summer. Honestly, every time I open this up, I get nostalgic, like I want to cry. Especially in this season that we're in, guys. Oh my gosh. It just smells like summer and I love it. Oh, there it goes. I kept it pretty chill, like when it comes to the highlight. I didn't want to go too like contrast. I kind of want to just like blend right in. I gotta say, this is my favorite step of makeup, bronzing. I love how it just like, ooh, it just makes your face look snatched and warm, and it ties like the ghost face you got going on too, which I love. This has also taught me, like the quarantine, because I forgot I'm in the middle of that too, is that community is so important. Like people are important. Don't take for granted people that want to physically spend time with you. Like I can't speak for introverts because introverts feel differently about, you know, relationships and quality time. Like I feel like introverts get by with a little, like they're good. They're low maintenance. Extroverts, we need a lot. We're a little more complicated, but I feel like this is for introverts too. If you're an introvert or an extrovert, like value community, value people, value the friends that do show up for you, value the people that check on you, call you, love on you. You don't gotta agree on everything, and they're not, the relationship's never gonna be perfect. But if you have people that are willing to show up for you and truly show you they love you, girl, you are blessed. And you know what? Like in these times, it just really goes to show too that we need to do a better job at building these relationships, because I feel like a lot of time we blame other people and other situations and things, but I feel like the people that keep us from community is ourselves. And even if you went through something that caused you to shut out and not want to be like, you know, befriend people or get close to people, like I've been there, guys. I've had seasons where like I've cut off all of my friends, like because I felt like the people in my life, like they just weren't present for me the way I truly needed. And that's when I think the love languages come into play too. When you know your friends' love languages, you can show up for them the way they need. And I just feel like there's been seasons where like I shut everybody out and kind of just isolated myself because I'm going through something, and like, you know, I don't feel the love or the support the way I really needed to get through that. So then I just kind of shut out. But I feel like in many ways there have been people in my life that have been present and that have tried to show me love, and maybe not in the way that I respond to, but even the effort of them trying to show me love, even in their way, I feel like should have been enough for me to like draw closer and like accept the help or communicate, hey, thank you for being here for me, or thank you for trying to be here for me. Can you be here in this way for me? And I feel like I lacked that language and like that courage to be able to like put into words my feelings. I'm putting on eyelash primer, but I have relationships right now that we're not as close as we used to be. And honestly, that's okay now with me, because it really used to not be. And I would hold on to relationships like as much as I could, even if I was the only one like trying, or if it was even like it became a like toxic relationship where it's just not working, or we've outgrown each other, not just like one party but both. I just feel like I hold on to people because I hate the idea of having to start over, because the rejection that you feel like when relationships end, even though like even when you're the one to cut it off or vice versa, it really doesn't matter, you still feel some sort of like rejection, like why didn't this work out, and confusion and hurt. And I don't know, I just feel like I've gotten better at like letting things go, and also like sometimes letting go of relationships seasonally, as in like almost like taking a step back to kind of reconfigure you out so that you can be a better friend and evolve. Because honestly, if we're the same friend to people throughout our whole life, like eventually people need different things, and in different seasons people need you to show up for them maybe differently. And that's what I'm learning now too. Like, I'm just trying to like catch up with all this, like, I don't know, like new friendship, like information. And I guess my biggest fear is to like, I've had friendships that I've like destroyed because I've been toxic. And I've had relationships that truly have like broken my heart because they've been toxic and I've held on way too long. So I've been on both sides of this, and it's like not fun either way, to be honest. Oh my gosh, I give myself I don't even know how to fix that right now. But yeah, I'm just trying to be a good friend and to honestly like love people the way that they deserve, and love myself enough too to know when people are not loving me the way that I deserve. So it's just been complicated. Honestly, every day I feel like it's an uphill battle. Like, I feel like every day I'm discovering what that looks like for me and where I find peace. What's the boundary that I like to keep? Like, guys, I've just been on a whole journey of like trying to figure out my community and what that looks like. And the dopest thing I've learned is like your community can be filled with people of all different like races, ages, backgrounds. Like, I feel like sometimes we stay with people that are most like us, but I feel like that doesn't challenge you to grow. And that's where I am. Like, again, like another factor of this whole thing and what I'm learning is truly like you need people of all kinds around you. Not just the same circle or the same group of people. Like, yeah, you're going to have like your regulars, but don't let like that comfort close you off from like connecting with other women in your life or new women, because you just never know the friendships God has just saved for you in your life, and you're just stuck on the ones you already have. And I feel like with what I know now, I really wish I could go back and do things differently, but I also have to understand that like you grow, like you're not who you are in the past, and whoever holds you to those standards still, then I feel like they don't deserve to have the new you in their lives, because they'll constantly try to bring you back to that place. I know we've all had people in our lives, like I've had even family members that they still treat me the way I was years ago, and I'm like, I've evolved. Get to know me every year. I feel like people change, and that's okay. Like, shouldn't we be happy that people are growing and changing? Yo no sé. I hope I'm speaking some sort of truth. Next, I'm going to be using the Milani Blossomtime Rose blush. This is a drugstore blush, and I love it. I feel like this has late scent. Me and Eddie, we ordered clippers. I'm going to be doing my husband's haircut soon. I'm waiting for the clippers to arrive as well, but I'm really excited. You don't even know. He's excited too, because he hasn't had a haircut in a while, and I feel like I really want to try to do my best. I'm not going to play around. I'm going to do my best. And I've been liking to kind of put blush on my nose a little. I feel like it just looks sun-kissed and like, I don't know. Me gusta muchísimo. And as always, I'm using my favorite setting spray / mist. This is the Continuous Setting Spray by Morphe, or the mist. It's amazing. Look at how it mists out. It's beautiful. It smells, oh Lord, so good. It smells like perfume. Like, I wish I had that scent in like my, what's it called? My closet. I don't know, wherever I keep my perfumes. Guys, I feel like my brain right now, I'm having major brain fog, and I'm really trying to stay right here. It's hard, guys. These get ready with me's, guys, they're hard. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys did like this video, please give it a thumbs up so I know that you like this kind of content, and subscribe to my channel so you can be a part of my YouTube family. I have a goal of 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. So if you guys like this video, you'll probably like other videos that I have on my channel. Please consider watching those as you binge on YouTube like we all have. My goal will be able to help this channel be monetized, which would be a huge blessing for me to continue to bring better and better content and be able to get my messages out farther. Also, follow me on Instagram. I will put it right here. You guys can connect with me more. I've been doing like Bible studies and lives and different things on Instagram that I don't do here on YouTube. I'm a little more active there. So if you guys would like to follow me, this is where you can find me. And without further ado, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.